What's going on, everyone? I'm Sir James from Gamerfuzion.com, and today's video I'll be showing you guys how to set up the Assault class in Battlefield 4. Every Monday at 10 I'll be bringing you guys new videos such as tips and tricks in Battlefield 4. So like I said, in today's video I'll be showing you guys how to set up the Assault class, and next week's video I'll be showing you guys some examples in terms of scenarios of how to use the Assault class properly. Now the main role as the Assault class is healing your teammates. You have two different options here. You have the first aid kit, which will allow you to heal teammates and of course yourself, especially after a heat of battle, and the other main item here is the defibrillator, which will allow you to revive fallen allies. But before we get to that, let's go ahead and talk about weapons. What is the best assault rifle when it comes to the Assault class? Well, that is primarily up to you, because every player that I know has a difference when it comes to a personal weapon within Battlefield 4. Like for me right now, currently within the weapons I have unlocked, the AK-12 is suiting me best. Maybe for you guys the Scar H, maybe the AK 971, the FAMAS, the AUG, or even the M16A4 suits you. Everyone has a personal preference when it comes to weapons within Battlefield 4. The same thing goes for the equipment that you're able to attach on those weapons. So find one that suits you best and use that. Now in terms of the different kits, the main two that you want to focus on is the first aid kit and the defibrillators. Now a quick tip with the defibrillators when you're reviving fallen allies is do not revive an ally when there's enemies surrounding you. Why? Because not only will you risk the chance of dying yourself, but also the teammate in which you revived will also die moments later, thus giving the enemy an advantage in terms of points. The best way to use this properly is when, if you notice that there's no enemies around, get the chance to pop those out, and it's going to take a second to revive your allies. But like I said, if you see a fallen ally in the middle of the street or something like that, and there's enemy units on the other side, your team on the other, do not run out in the open to risk getting the chance of getting shot, because many people do that. Thus the enemy's going to get advantage in terms of points, but you don't want that to happen. In terms of the first aid pack, whenever you can, drop those, alright? The reason why is because sooner or later you're going to have a teammate that's going to run to those. The majority of the time, about I would say 95% of the time, they're going to run into a random first aid pack from your team. Thus it's going to grant you points because now they're going to heal up, such as granting you bonus points. Now the other option here is the M320, which is an optional along with the shotgun as well, but if you happen to use those items, you're not going to be able to aid your team properly unless if you have a coordination in terms of teamwork. Maybe someone already on your team has the first aid pick or the defibrillator, while the other one is using the M320 grenade launcher to launch smoke grenades or something like that when attacking certain objectives on base. So like I said, in pretty much the main terms here, when you're playing as the Assault class, focus on medic. Of course, kill the enemy opponents with your assault rifles, but when you have the chance, use the first aid pack or the defibrillators. Now, of course, pay attention on the battlefield, because you may be in a situation to where you're not getting as many points with the defibrillator, or it's not working out for you. You can switch after you die to the first aid pack. Same thing with the first aid pack. Maybe you're noticing a lot of dead players and no one's reviving. Alright, drop the first aid pack, get the defibrillator, start reviving people, because that's going to help you out. It's going to help your team in the end. But anyways, that is my tip for setting up the Assault class within Battlefield 4. Next week I'll be showing you guys how to use the class in action, so definitely stay tuned for that. I'll probably do some objective based modes such as Rush or Conquest. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave that in the comment section down below, and remember, Gamerfuzion empowers your gaming.